Good morning, I'm Matt Dyko. I work for Propane Plus. I've been here for 4 months now. I drive the transport to either New York or Massachusetts, Springfield area to load propane and bring back to the terminal for our bobtail trucks to distribute throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island.
Okay, so we're gonna go pick up some propane in Springfield, I think, right?
Yes, we are.
All right, so let's do it.
Okay.
About the only drive-in in the world.
It's a little bumpy.
Yeah.
We're equipped with Easy Pass.
Yep.
The speed limit is critical through these areas. Due to safety of told people walking across, it's 15 miles per hour through here. And the DOT loves to sit on the other side over there.
Yep.
Pull us over. Check us out. You'll notice a difference now with the ride being empty with a propane tanker.
Yeah.
Very top heavy. So when we're loaded, they lean quite a bit. Non-ramp speed limits are critical. You have to obey them. A lot of the ramps that you're familiar with that are very tight, I usually 5 miles below the speed limit on the ramp entering the highway. There is no stopping on the Mass Pike unless obviously it's an emergency stop.
Yeah.
They don't allow propane transports to stop on this highway.
Is that the case for oil transports too and so forth? Or?
They have, I believe the state of Massachusetts, they have their own reasons. It's basically, you have to be 300 feet away from a crowd gathering area, bridges, anything like that, if you're going to park this truck. So these rest areas that you can stop in, there's more than ample room to stop and park the truck. The state of Massachusetts doesn't allow it. So we have to abide by that. There's a fine if you do stop. It's just a big hassle just to avoid it.
Yeah.
90 obviously turns into the New York Thruway up to 87 way. You can stop on that road once you went to New York, but not in the state of Massachusetts.
Yep.
across the lawn.
Huh. You've been with Propane Plus for about 4 months?
Roughly 4 months, yes.
And what were you doing prior to that?
I was hauling steel buildings and tower cranes, components, and setting up the tower cranes, also the buildings themselves. The last 3 years of my whole career was spent in Manhattan, in New York City. Very interesting working in Manhattan. I enjoyed it, but I also enjoy getting away from the hustle and bustle of that life.
Yeah. Must be real interesting trying to drive in there with big equipment, huh?
It is, but they have a lot of rules that you have to abide by, and most of it's done in the middle of the night, 11 o'clock p.m. to 5 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So it makes it a little bit easier, but they have it pretty well under control, being in such a congested area and big equipment moving throughout the city. They block off the streets. It's all done by permit only, and also police escort.
So you and you live in the area?
I live on Warwick, Rhode Island, born and raised. I graduated from Bishop Remington High School in 1982, a long time ago. I feel it now. And, my wife and I still reside in Warwick.
Great. And you were able to work in New York from there because you went off for periods of days?
Yes, I would leave the house for 3 to 4 nights a week. I would be out of the home.
So how is it different driving propane versus what you were doing?
Well, it's a legal load. In other words, it's not over width, over length. So it makes it a little easier to get around with. It's a little more dangerous being that it's flammable. So as long as you go by the rules of the road, you do okay with it. It's a lot cleaner. It's a lot cleaner environment to work in. I enjoy it. It's a change of pace. I really enjoy that change.
Yeah. So what are some of the differences in the truck, if any?
Some of the differences are the size of the truck. Whether my older trucks had bunks on them, they call them bunks, they're sleeper trucks.
Yeah.
With oversized loads, a lot of times you have downtime waiting to get through an intersection or even to cross over a bridge into New York City. You'd have 5-6 hours you may have to wait, being the permit. The times it would allow you to move through. So you jump in the bunk, take a nap.
Yeah.
The trucks, the size difference, some of them a little bigger than this truck. Harder to get around it. Same type of truck, Peterbilt. I'm a Peterbilt guy myself. And you just have a passion for them. Once you get bit by that bug.
Yeah, they seem to be the Peterbilt of trucks, huh?
Yes, there's no cure for that bug. I've been doing it, like I said, 31 years. I've been involved in the trucking industry, in equipment, construction industry. I enjoy it. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah. So tell me about this truck, actually. I'm looking at the shifter. Is this really like 10 speeds?
This truck is a 10-speed heated fuller. It's an heated fuller transmission. It's a 10-speed. What you have is your 5 direct, which is in black, if you can see this.
Yeah, it's a little, the sun's got it a little bit here, but there, I got it now.
You have your 5 direct in black. You shift those 5 gears, and then you can start over again where number one is when you pick the splitter up. The splitter puts it in high range. It starts off at 6. And then you shift through the gears again until you get to 10, and you're done.
Wow.
It has a 475 Caterpillar engine in it. Great engine. The gearing in it, I believe the gearing in this truck are 390s. They could be 411 gear ratio, which makes it run at a decent speed, low RPM, good on fuel, very good on fuel.
Yep.
This is what they call a day cab model with no bunk on it. I don't miss the bunk. I like sleeping home in my own bed. It's a beautiful truck, as you can see. And this is Tim's Ollie.
Yeah, it's the cleanest truck I've ever seen.
This is his Ollie, and he really wants it kept that way.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Yeah.
I'm a truck lover myself.
Well, I think it's great just for the whole image, you know. I mean, you have something, you have a potentially dangerous substance, and everything you can do to look like you're being really clean and careful is good, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I believe polish is everything.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be in wax form. And Tim's got it